Right now, you only get paid when you show up. You keep trading time for dollars. But imagine this. Imagine you built something once and you got paid on it over and over again. Active work, it pays you once. Leverage is when you build something once and it keeps paying you after you stop.
Welcome to Success Spectrum Podcast, where new entrepreneurs break free from limiting beliefs, build unshakable financial confidence, and step boldly into the life and business they were meant to create.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Success Spectrum Podcast, sponsored by Apex Affiliation. I'm your host, Kadeem McLean. I want to ask you a question. Would you rather work every single day of your life to make money, or would you rather build something once and get paid on it over and over again for years? Most people are stuck in that first option. They don't even realize it. And I want to show you the difference, what it really looks like. There's two ways to get paid. One is active income. One is called leveraged income, or you heard it from another name, passive income, residual income. Now, for all of my life, when I was a young boy, I used to think that active income was the only option until I came across this magical thing called residual income. When I first heard about it, I started to chase it. And the reason why is because active income is when you're constantly trading time for dollars. You do work once, you get paid on it once, but not again. Leverage income, which is what we're going to call it, which is residual passive. It is when you do something one time, you build it once, and you get paid on it over and over again. That is leveraged income, and that is what as an entrepreneur we should be chasing. Yes, active income is important, and it's what can pay the bills quickly or whatever the case might be, but leveraged income is something that can add to your income, which can take away the stress of where's the money coming from when you're doing your active income, because maybe you like doing that thing. But leverage income is what can help to pay the bills. It's what can help to increase your revenue and your profits. And I want you to really think about this, because if your income stops when you stop working, you don't have a business. You have a job that you're unable to quit. So imagine this. Imagine you built the front door for McDonald's, right? The front door, you build it, you install it, you put it up. And every single time that door opens because a customer walks in, imagine you got paid $1. That's leverage. You built the door, you installed it once, and you get paid thousands of times over every single time that door opens. That's passive residual income, leverage income. Now, my question to you is, what in your business is that metaphorical door? What is that door that it opens however many times it needs to, but you only had to build it and put it up once, and every time it opens, you get paid for it? If you don't have one in your business, then you're in the right place, because that's what we're talking about today. The question we often ask ourselves is, how hard are you working as an entrepreneur? And while that is an important and valid question, I think oftentimes the question we really need to be asking, how many times is the work that you're doing paying you? If it's only paying you once, then you're stuck in that active income phase. You don't even realize it. And as long as you are doing active income, not my words, and I might say this quote wrong, but Warren Buffett, if you don't make money while you sleep, you'll be working the rest of your life, or you'll be broke for the rest of your life. You have to make money while you sleep. How do you do that? Leverage income. Now, before I show you what to build, let me show you what it looks like when someone does this work.
Man, what's the deal? I want to shout my boy out, Kadeem McLean, for just going over the flight assessment with me. Very knowledgeable, very aware. Just to give you like a quick example, as fluent as he was explaining the information, I not doubted myself, but I questioned, would I be able to explain the same information if I was in his shoes? Not to say that I wouldn't get my best foot forward, but just the way that he explained the information, thorough and was very detailed and accommodating, it just made me feel comfortable even to give more information maybe than even that was needed. But that's just how comfortable that he made me. You want to work with someone that will make you feel comfortable so that they will be able to extract everything out of you, even things that may pop up as far as improv, right? Just right on the spot. So look no further than Kadeem McLean. He gonna get you together.
That's what clarity looks like. Now let's talk about what makes sense for your business. There's so many different types of leveraged assets that we can create. And I'm sure as we started talking throughout this episode, you've already thought of some. Ebooks as an example, depending on what makes sense for you and your business model. And I know at least one of these do. Ebooks or guides, recorded courses or trainings, workbooks or templates, subscription services, whatever you're doing right now. If you just offered it as a subscription service, that'll help to bring in some kind of on the borderline leveraged income, right? Because some of those people who are paying you for this service monthly, or monthly typically is when you would do a subscription, they may not actually use the service, but they're going to pay you monthly for it. Or if it's your course and you're charging them a subscription fee for it instead of just a one-time payment, you're getting paid over and over for a leveraged asset. You did it once, you recorded the content, people are paying you monthly for this thing, and you don't even have to do any more work. It takes care of itself. You can put up webinar recordings. You can use a lead magnet that converts paid leads. There's so many options out there. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, to come up with more if you need to, or have an actual discussion with somebody, but pick one and build it, and then put it out there and let it run. Because once you do that, you will see what it can bring you. I know sometimes when I look at my phone, I get a text message from one of my businesses whenever I get paid. And I haven't actively been doing anything in this business for a while. However, when I look at my phone, because, oh, cool, I got some pay. Nice. I put it aside because the text message came in. That's work that I did 3 to 5 years ago. And I'm getting paid on it still. Some of it even longer. And I'm still getting paid on it. When you build leveraged income, when you build a leveraged asset that pays you leveraged income, it changes things. It changes your perspective a little bit. And you start to see, oh, I don't need to put in all of my hours with active income or active work to get paid. I can build this leverage thing, and then I can be more selective with my active work that I do. That can allow you to put in more time in the things that matter to you, into your family, into your fitness, into your faith, into your whatever it might be. You can take that time now and put that time where it matters more to you, which is more of a priority, because you're not so much worried about the active work, because you were focused on the active work before because the dollars it was bringing. You have some leverage work that's bringing in income now, so you don't have to worry so much about it. That is the beauty and power of this thing. You can focus on those goals, those dreams, that progress, and making them happen. So build one, let it work for you. And then once you build one successfully, then you can add more on top of it. But start with one. One asset that pays you 100 times over is better than you putting in 100 hours of work in something that's only going to pay you once.
What if shopping could earn you cash instead of just costing you? You've been stuck in the cycle, tap, swipe, spend, watching your paycheck just disappear. But one day, after you stumbled onto this app called Rakuten, you ask yourself, why am I paying full price when I don't have to? But then you think, maybe it's just another gift. Then one of your friends tell you about this app called Rakuten, who makes them money and gives them cash back and rewards for thousands of stores every time they make a purchase that they were made anyway. You try it once, you discover hidden deals, compare prices, and you start winning. Shopping becomes a strategy. Every tap pays you back, and you still get what you want. You share Rakuten with your friends, watch your income grow, and become more financially confident. Download the Rakuten app today and keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket.
So here's my encouragement to you. Pick one of these things. And if it's none of what I listed already, find one that does make sense for you, a leverage asset that you can build that matches your business model and what you're aiming to do. Take it, build it, and let it run for 6 months. Because here's what's going to happen after 6 months. You will be further along no matter what the result is. Because on one hand, you would have built something that is now paying you while you sleep. And who doesn't want that? And on the other hand, you will have learned what does not work, and you can build the next one smarter because you have that experience now. Either way, you're further ahead than where you would have been if you just kept working in active work and trading time for money. And I know you want that passive income, that leverage income. The reason I know this is because a lot of you, I'm not encouraging gambling. However, I know when they first came out with these scratch tickets called Cash for Life, people went crazy for them many, many years back. The idea was you scratch this and you can win $1,000 every week for life, or whatever the prizes were. And people went crazy for them because it's going to pay you for life. Instead of just getting a one-time $1 million or $100,000 or whatever it is, for this Cash for Life one, it's going to pay you for the rest of your life, $1,000 every week, $2,000, $4,000, whatever the prize was. And people went crazy for it because they understand that I can get paid every single and not have to do anything again. Not that you're necessarily working when you scratch those tickets or whatever, but that's the point is people want this passive income. They want this leverage income. And this is something that you can build into your own life through your business if you utilize it and do it correctly. You're not gambling by playing with these scratch tickets, but you're building it through a system in your own business. So 6 months from now, if you utilize this, you build this asset, you stick with it for at least 6 months, you will build something that will allow you to stop trading every hour for every dollar that you make. I want to drive more emphasis on the benefit of building something like this. You no longer have to accept clients that you don't want to work with just because you need to make $1. You no longer have to wake up and work every single day because your income that you've built on the leverage side takes care of that. If you don't want to work today, you don't have to. I'm not saying be lazy about it, but I'm saying you have an option, you have a choice. And life to me is about options. Freedom is what I'm after because it gives me options. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want to do it, help who I want to help, and so on, without money being the barrier. That's what I'm after. And you can build something like that because it gives you the opportunity to say, no, I'm not working today. No, I don't want to accept this client, because you're not hungry for the dollars now. You built the leverage. You can work if you want to. You can work for the sake of a partnership and take a little bit less money if you want, because it's a strategic partnership, as opposed to, no, I need to make sure I make my $10,000 on this deal because I don't have any other income coming in and I got bills to pay. And again, you finally have time to pour into the things that matter: family, health, fitness, freedom, spiritual life, growth and progress, whatever it might be for you. So again, the leverage test is simple. What in your business pays you more than once when you only work on it once? If the answer is nothing, it's time to build something. It is time to build something. If you build one thing this year that pays you for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, what would that change in your life? Next episode is going to be in a new month, so stay tuned for that one. I don't want to tell you what the theme is, but stay tuned for that one because it's going to be something big, something good. And listen, if you are undecided, you're not sure which of these leverage assets make sense for your business, you're stuck, and you're stuck trading time for money, go ahead and click that link in the description, because you're ready to get clarity, which is what you need. You're ready to take action because you need to take action as a business owner. Go to apexaffiliation.com/self-mastery or click that link in the description, because our self-mastery service will help you do exactly that. Busy work gets used once. Leverage will pay you over and over, even after you stop working. If you found this episode beneficial, or either something else you want to hear, drop it in the comments, click that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this with somebody who you know can benefit from it. All right? Kadeem here. I appreciate you for stopping by. And remember, success is not a destination. It's a spectrum. So keep evolving. Kadeem here, and I'll see you on the next one.